Maybe I could vassalize Connaught as well. Yeah, 2 vassals. I don't see any way this could fail. Oh, that makes up some of the money. Also, James, get out of there. Don't need you dying on me. England want military access. Why would they want military access from me? They can't have it, whatever the case. And they want to marry me? What in the world? Has the mission vassalized Scotland? Well, that's troublesome. Don't think they're going to be declaring war anytime soon, given their current situation. But nonetheless, I should be keeping a halfway decent army in preparation for it. Should also milk every bit of prestige I can. Which is nothing. Now to take or simply to vassalize you. A bit of an expense and dip. But I have a feeling that the money is going to be rather useful at this early stage in the game, especially considering my way of playing is not to take loans. There we go. Hunky and Dory. Let's get everyone back home. Admire our not increased at all force limit. That's funny. In a not funny kind of way. You folks help protect the North Sea. You get over there and let us consider our movements. Now, Castile, you don't really like us, but you could like us. Especially if we made marriage. You're not quite close enough, but you're kinda close. We'll get it sorted. Jake, they must be desperate for royal babies right now. Oh, they have a king. King Lancaster. When does this so-called war end for them anyway? And the numbers in their manpower are dropping. But they held on to one bit of France, which is going to be great for me. Very great indeed. Frees up a diplomat so we can get that royal marriage. Still want that royal marriage with you though, and I know just the man to secure it. Incredible. It gives us that. Now, I don't really need an alliance with Portugal, since they're going to hate me anyway for what I'm about to do to England, if I can pull such a thing off. I mean, England might just turn around and pimp slap me. Yeah, see, because Portugal are going to join in. Castile will most likely join in once they're out of... Hold on. See, this is the kind of situation that gets you killed. Either Castile wouldn't join in or Portugal wouldn't join in, because they can't be at war against each other whilst involved in a war together. But that could also save me. Kinda want both of them though. It'll be safer to get both. Disgusting, but Irish is now accepted. Jake, they need an heir. Okay, well they're getting no royal babies from me. And you know me, I don't like playing the personal union game. Alright, England, any good reason not to rival you? Yes. The whole getting an alliance over here business. Now I don't want to risk not getting both alliances, so we're going to send both of them at the same time. It's a way to avoid the too many great power alliances malarkey. Gives you like a -50 to future alliances. So we send them both. They both accept. And now if I wanted to get someone else... Or is that gone? Guess it's gone. Well, what do I know? Whatever the case, I now have two pretty good friends. Although one I might just stab in the back straight away. Of course, now I need a good reason to go to war with you, and what better reason is there than... To be honest, the more claims the better, so let's just get going with it. Cumbria, to start with. The thing is, you can just take loads of land and worry about it later. You guys, let's have you retreat up to the Highlands. Best case scenario is that England declares war on you. Reason being, you can get the Highlanders event to give you tons of free troops. So I've got a couple of defensive buddies. England in no position to declare war. But there's this Portuguese. Unless the Portuguese get exhausted from this other war. But even if they did, Castile would slap them so hard. And then I could give Portuguese land to Castile, preventing their alliance in the future. Or at least, hopefully making it far less likely. Got a couple of friends here that I want to integrate before they start taking their bad ideas, so let's get those relations improved. And England are still at Mill 3, which is grand. Jake, once you finish your current mission, you can get missions that will give you claims on England. Not even when I'm at war with them. That's interesting. Also good to know that the Irish do not want to rise up in revolt against me. All is well. But all will be better when I destroy the English. It's a very delicate situation. Even if you're good, you are far weaker than England and you have very little to play with. They have a superior navy, and you can't exactly bring many friends to the party. English navy would trounce the Castilians' weak starting navy. Well, I'm glad to see they're getting a bit stronger by taking some of Granada. Tinez got involved in the Granadan War. That'll make it a 5-year wait to annex them. And Castile are weakening themselves over there. In fact, Portuguese war, but it's the Castilians doing all the work down there. That doesn't bode well if I want to get Castile to bomb rush the Portuguese. Discovered by England, but we care not. And they're going to hate us as much as they can anyway. Alright, looks like they've pretty much destroyed the rebellion. Which is particularly bad news for me. As from now on, they're only going to get stronger. 26,000 men is a lot of men. Yeah, we get a little glance of them there. Which makes me think I need some better friends that can actually help out in this situation. Surprisingly, Denmark has so far been able to hold on to their union. You may be disloyal, but you're not rebellious. And you have an enormous opinion. So that tells me that the Danes would be a great ally to have. So forget you, Munster. I can absorb you at any point. Could Mary then ally you for an easy one? Our legitimacy will take a bit of a hit, but it's faster than plonking down an improved relations guy on you for ages. We're a little over our diplo rep, but what you gonna do? Now, you don't have any particular feelings towards England. And that suits me just fine. Nobody supports your independence. Denmark going strong. Why though? Why has Denmark been able to get it together so easily? What a mystery. I think the English have this under wraps unless we're about to see another big old revolt. But the recent revolt thing is keeping that under wraps. Okay, nobody wants to join in, sadly. Your attitude towards enemies is hurting us. Mutually friendly. Well, I certainly don't want you two allying. But I'm sadly not in a position to curb stomp you just yet. Let's keep those claims going. They will come in handy. One on Meath, for example. Who are the electors favouring, Jake? That would be Austria by a country mile. Oh, of course. Why didn't I already have you done? Would have made it easier to get those alliances as well. DFDR Jake, are the Danes lucky? I highly doubt the Danes are lucky. No. Sweden is lucky, even though they're a subject. Oh well, I don't make the rules. Not every day. Okay, so we finally have a little bit extra force limit, might as well make use of it. Unfortunately, the English have crushed the rebellion. If only I had backed them. Oh, but the Portuguese are all out for dinner. Sadly, Castile won't help me out. But we shall have our moment. Jake, I was playing as Connaught to immigrate to America once. King died at the age of 20 and no other heir alive, leaving King Tafig V de Valois to lead the way for my people. How terrible. I played an Irish game once, it was a long time ago. But I had to get luck of the Irish. Okay, so with that, I think the Lollard rebels are going to finish up. Incredibly, it doesn't really have any revolt risk around the area. What a shame. England's moment of weakness has passed. But I really did not fancy my chances at the time. Also, there's really no reason for me to keep paying you. Cue all my alliances breaking. It's gone on for a bit long. Your truce with England is going to last a fair while. And I wonder if England are going to make more friends. They certainly could with Denmark, since they're all buddy-buddy. In fact, it's a mystery that they haven't already. I mean, he's improving relations with Denmark. Blood is boiling. I want to fight. Maybe if I hurl an insult at England, they'll see my point. And again, I'm still guaranteed by France, so they must be well, Burgundy declared war on France? And Hungary said no? Burgundy doesn't really draw in any big hitters. They may draw in Castile. Castile has not rivaled. Nah, Castile won't join in. No chance. Absolutely no chance. It's the end of Burgundy, but it'll make for a stronger France, which won't do me any favours. Well, just as well I didn't go for that Burgundian alliance. But good old Cleves joined in, so Castile's days might be numbered. Or rather, France's. Not liking that huge amount of Castilian debt at the moment. But what the hey, we'll throw an insult at England, see if they bite. It's mostly to get my PP up a bit. I'm also running quite a big risk by not paying my troops at the moment, but I like to live dangerously. Also, they still have no air, which can only be good things for me. Jake, you should ally France and destroy Austria. Inheritance can't fire whilst those two are at war. But that can work to my advantage. If Austria gets this land, then Austria could be a staunch ally against dismantling France. And France do need dismantled, that's why it would be lovely if I could avoid getting on Portugal's bad side. Just why I'm... Oh, well, Austria is getting that war... Portugal is getting that war exhaustion. If I could break their little alliance, that would be lovely. 100, huh? That's the Portuguese opinion. That would go negative if they broke the alliance. Sorry, wrong way around. Something to consider. Till then, I can just relax. I'm making money. Manpower situation is okay. When I hit the cap, I'll probably just recruit more. And if I can get a 2 mil-tech advantage over England, then I will probably pull the trigger willy-nilly. Although if I could find a way to have Portugal not involved, that would be just great. The trouble is that Portugal called in Castile as well, and that's exhausting Castile slightly. Which would just leave me one-on-one with England if Portugal were to decline. If they weren't, though, that would be a huge issue. Castile wouldn't join in after Portugal join in, because they would think, I love Portugal, I'm not going to join in this war. But in the meantime, I should probably get more claims on the go. But where? Where I'm not so sure about. Could do the release Wales situation. If I go for Gwynedd. But, Wales, you know. I can go for Lancashire. But I think the mission gives me claims on this region. I can't quite remember. We'll go for Glamorgan. Jake, what is the long-term achievement in this goal? I want to vassalize France, and there's another achievement that I want to go for, which will kind of act like a campaign reset if all goes well. Okay, I think Castile are mighty tired of this Portuguese garbage. Also, at this rate, I'll be able to integrate you before too long. Which works out fine as long as you don't take aristocratic. Even you've gone Mill 4. And England start with diplomatic focus, if I'm not mistaken, which should further slow down their rate of teching up. Yeah, 2 mil tech advantage on England, and hope for the best. Great plan. Couldn't fail. Paris is under siege? Man, I'm never going to underestimate Cleves ever again. Still, if Burgundy can pull off a win here, I will be every flavour of impressed. That's not a big siege. Oh, okay. Don't think Burgundy's going to pull anything out here. Jake, from my experience, this is a very slow and boring campaign. Do you have any ideas to speed it up? I don't have any ideas for this campaign. I just went into it going, I want to get this achievement. If you have better things to do with your evening, I strongly recommend you do them. But it's a long weekend for me, so I want to relax and do plenty of streaming. Truthfully, I want to play with the new DLC, but I can't exactly stream that now, can I? Gotta practice for that dev multiplayer session. Well, speeding up, I could tell the tale of how I am Venice, and I sit opposite the Mamluks player, and the Ottoman player is known for being a backstabbing son of a gun, and he would not be missed he was threatening the Hungary player, going, "Oh, you can be my friend, good guy, until I come for you." And he was saying, "Mamluks, how about you just give me Syria and I won't kill you. Yet." So I can't stand a bully. So I say, Mamluk, you and I are going to have the best of relationship, but we have to do exactly the following. I drew up a little battle plan. I declared war on Albania to make the Ottomans think they need to focus quick on Albania. And then we combined our fleets at the Bosphorus. With all the Ottoman troops busy in Greece, we 100% sieged up Anatolia. And then we made our attack on Greece that went disastrously, because Ottoman troops are made of goddamn space marines and they kicked our ass. But he eventually ran out of manpower from killing all the Egyptian slaves and the Venetian mercenaries. So after that, Ottoman player took a huge loss. Then he declared war, broke truce on us to get his own back, and then he was eliminated. Not bad. I fell under an attack from an Italian coalition during that, but Wiz was playing as Milan, so we made a little agreement. He got his core in Briscaya, and in return, he beat off the Italians for me, which I was quite grateful for. Solidified my flank there. Jake, how badly do the other devs want you dead? I get a feeling Wiz wants me kinda dead. Did humiliate him twice. But we're trying to smooth those relations over. Johan doesn't mind. He beat me solidly in a previous match. So solidly. I'll let him keep thinking that. I imagine the Ottoman player who will respawn as an Asian will really want me dead. But that's his problem. He has a stronger Venice to fight if he wants that. Okay, France is dead out of manpower. And I haven't been paying any attention over here. Shame on me. Let's get that diplomat back so I can consider the situation with England, who is still on Tech 3. Good for me. But Portugal would join in. I need Castile to chill out a bit. I also need Denmark not to suddenly ally England and decide that he wants to fight me. Which would be a terrible shame. But you are kind of busy with your own war now, aren't you? If that can be called busy. Why has Paradox stopped streaming their dev MPs, Jake? Acebec was our streamer. He left to go and further his career or whatnot. Oh man, how long have I been capped on Mill? Probably a while, since I'm only getting the Twitch messages now. Too busy thinking about fast. Yes, so our streamer left. We have a new streamer, but he's still trying to figure out how exactly he wants to do things. I want England dead. Ah, he got Tech 4 as well. Tech 5 is, well, the main thing you're getting there is the infantry shock, which is rather nice. I'm not getting loads of regress expansion from all these claims now, am I? It's higher than I want it to be. And you know what, maybe I have plenty by now. But Gloucestershire would be kinda nice. You lost 3 points or so. Okay, no problem. Sure enough, France is giving the Burgundians a bit of a smacking about. Really don't want to go to war with Portugal. The Castilian navy appears to be stronger. Unless there are some Portuguese ones floating about, but no, 7 heavies to their 6 heavies. Plus 11 transports there. So with Castile on my side, I wouldn't have to worry about Portugal. All I would have to worry about is England. But England field a fairly terrifyingly large army. Oh, and now he's the papal controller. Hope I'm on good terms with the Pope. To a degree. A far more proactive player would be seeking other things to do here. Expanding. Growing ever stronger. England's now thinking, what can he do? Tech me to death. Oh my. With the rebellion in the House of York finally crushed, England has now turned its attention to those who supported the revolt. Well, it wasn't me, but... Alright, so he finally got an heir, ending that. And he... Whoa, Elizabeth is great. That's terrifying. Well, what are you gonna do? Attack me? Please do. Oddly enough, he would accept military access. Probably to strategically get his troops in Meath. That's something that's worth considering giving to him, since it'll be a lovely little warning for when he wants to declare war on me. So there you go, England. Don't really worry about a little bit of national unrest. Can you ally the Hansa, Jake? No. Could ally Brittany, but vassalizing them diplomatically is a little out of the question. Also, allying Brittany could quite easily get me in a whole bit of hot water with France, in a way that I don't particularly want to. Jake, how long do you plan on streaming tonight? At least a couple more hours. There's not exactly much going on right now. I reckon Tech 5 is within our reach. Two legitimacy. You think I'm made of this stuff? No way. I guess Portugal don't really have other things to get involved with now. If I fought you, I mean, that would take care of this brilliantly, because Portugal would get smashed. But the English, oh, the English would come for me. Pretty hard. Well, they seem to have lost another bunch of manpower. Possibly to recruiting more units. So unless I were to hilariously murk up with armies that probably couldn't really afford. It's all about the offense. And it wouldn't be looking too good. Let's get our eyes on England. Always helps. Got a 2-4-3 general right there, and a 2-2-4 general right there. Little under strength and needing to reinforce, but I really don't fancy my chances against them. that. Tech 6 would change things though. The tactics and better shock are nice, but it's 10 years away.